We're developing strategies to enter a lot of different markets, and SmartTrack really helps us in kind of developing and formulating that strategy by giving us up-to-date data on a regular basis. So it was really helpful in creating that strategy into the different markets we're looking at. It's saving us costs because we're not having to buy different reports in which we don't know if the data is actually there or not, and we don't have to continuously purchase those reports every year. The data updates continuously, so from a cost perspective, I mean that's going to save us a lot of money long term. Also, not just cost, but in deciding on which markets we're getting into and in which specific procedures we need to focus on, it has been extremely helpful. To me, understanding the biologic side of things, it is extremely good data. Sometimes you get reports that are a little bit off, and you work on the business enough that you truly understand the data sometimes better than some of these reports do, but SmartTrack has hit the mark on their data. It eliminated the Google searches. That's kind of where you start. It's that Google search, but now you start at SmartTrack because the information is going to be there. I had gathered a lot of information before SmartTrack, but it was almost like I was hoarding that information. One of the features that I enjoy the most about SmartTrack, and I'm sure everybody at my company does as well, is the feature that you can actually infuse your information into your product so that everybody can have access to the same information. So you're all making decisions looking at the same data, and you're not having to kind of run that data across everyone across the company before a decision can be made. I think everybody that's done in R&D is using SmartTrack, new product development, some of our executives. So I think it can be used across all different divisions of the company. Everybody has to make decisions on either entering a different market or who to partner with, and the data in there is really helpful in making those decisions. As you well know, I've had a very extensive system of how to track all these companies and where they're going and their products. And what I didn't like about it is it was always in my computer, and other people in the organization didn't have a chance to actually look at the data and make the decisions on the data that I had. So what SmartTrack has been able to do is provide the ability to enter my information into the system and have everybody across the company be able to access the same data that I'm looking at in order to make decisions. So I'm not having to spend the time getting everybody to understand the data before we go into a meeting to make a decision on something like that. So I use it on a daily basis to track the companies that I am looking at, that I'm interested in, the products that I'm interested in, because you can either look at it by company or by product. And I use it to create long-term strategies on the different markets that we're in. So it really depends. There's many different ways of using the product. It just depends on what you need at the time. One of the nice things about it is when I have data that I do not see in the program, I can send the company an email asking them to include that data into their reports, and that gets done right away. It's just a great system to have in order to make decisions for short and long term of any new markets you're trying to get into.